Hey everybody, it's Wilson giving you a market update for the end of August. So today we're going to start with interest rates. As you guys know, interest rates from the beginning of the year in January have been on a tear up. We had a couple blips of it going lower, but in between these rate hikes of the Federal Reserve for the Fed funds rate, people in the markets are anticipating rates to go up, obviously, once more again. Currently, the 30-year fixed rate mortgage is sitting at 5.55. I believe this is for the conventional one. The jumbo is going to be almost a point lower if I last checked with the lender. Let's go into stats. Listed sales price. I know we did this last week. This is for Mateo County. Listed sales for single-family residences is currently sitting at under 102%. And as we already know from the peaks of about 115 earlier in the year in February and March. Days on market is currently at 21 days for single family residences. Keep in mind these are closings that have happened 30 days ago where they made a decision. And even if it closed today or yesterday, it was a decision made over a month ago. Now let's look at inventory. Inventory is up since June and it has consistently stayed high for San Mateo County. You'll also see a decreasing month-over-month closing rate. What I'll do is I'll share with you, at least from a percentages standpoint, what that looks like. So in May, the peak of the market with the most sales, we had 283 divided by 472. So far, month to date, and we're almost ending August already, we are at 60% of closings compared to earlier in the year in May. That's a pretty drastic difference. If we look at prices, I know a week ago we had data, but let's take a look at today's data. So 2353 divided by the peak of the market, 2709. Prices are currently at about a 13% difference for single family residences in San Mateo County. Now, moving on to San Francisco, this is for single-family residences. Peak of the market was April, listed sales at 123% listed sales, and currently sitting under 110%. Much better than some other counties we saw where it's closer to 100%. This at 109% is actually doing fairly well. I know this does not include condos in the city, which drag all these numbers and percentages down. If we look at inventory, inventory is consistent throughout the whole year in San Francisco. We haven't seen a big blip minus the one in June, but inventory hasn't really grown for single family residences in the city. But the number of sales definitely has decreased into almost 50% because if we do 147 divided by 284, that's a almost 50, or in this case, it's a 49% less closing so far in August compared to earlier in the year in May. So it's a pretty significant slowdown of what's going in a contract and closing. If we look at prices for single family residences in San Francisco, it's obviously gone down. It's 1978 divided by 2534, the peak of the market. That is a 22% difference in pricing in San Francisco for single family residences in a mere 5-6 months, which is quite significant. Moving on to Santa Clara County. Santa Clara County days on market is at 24 days on average, and then listed sales price is close to 100% from the peak at about 117%. Drastic change. Inventory-wise, we've had some June, July peak of market, most single families for sale at that time. We've gone down since then. The number of closings in August is similar to that of July. There's no consistent trend of decrease, at least it's matching, but there was a significant decrease from June to July. From a price standpoint, let's do this math again. It's currently 1954 divided by 2289. That is a price reduction of about 15% in the county. Now let's look at Alameda and Contra Costa. The peak of the market listed sales was April at over 116%, and so far in August it's hovering right around 103 or a little bit lower. In terms of inventory definitely has spiked in the East Bay, and it's consistently high, and there's a month-over-month decrease of number of sales. If we look at the math behind this, 1367 divided by 2153, that is a total of almost 40%. So in this case, it's a 36% decrease in less sales to go around in these two counties, Alameda and Contra Costa. From a price standpoint, prices tend to be a little lower in these counties. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 1463. That gives us a total of 15 to 16% decreases in pricing. And if you guys want to look into specific data for a city, I'm happy to do so. Please reach out to me. You can always reach out to me directly through Instagram, Wilson WLREA. If you do have questions about the market, I'm pretty responsive there. Or send me an email, wilson@theownteam.com. That's TheOwnTeam. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you have any comments, if you have your own observations, please type it in the comments or reach out to me directly. Thank you so much.